Hi, I'm Annie Stores. Welcome back to another video. So we finally made it to our 30-day check-in period on our Disney Magic at Sea UK Staycation Cruise, and we're very excited because now it feels a lot more real. We have finally checked in, and in 30 days time we'll hopefully be setting sail on that ship. Fingers crossed. So let's jump in. I'll tell you about the process and let you know about some extra magical things that we have managed to book, which we're also like mega excited about. So if you are new here and haven't yet seen the first video, I will link it just above. So this is all about our booking on the Disney Magic for the UK Staycation Cruise, and we've never been on a Disney cruise before. It's always been on our bucket list. It's never been the right time. We do suffer with travel sickness, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes, but there was no way we were passing up the opportunity for a bit of Disney Magic in 2021, so we are all booked and ready to go. So 30-day check-in was upon us, and there seemed to be a lot of things that you needed to consider. If you are traveling on one of these cruises, and if you aren't already, then do get yourself on the Facebook Disney Cruise groups, because there is so much useful information that's being shared on there, and that really helped us in terms of figuring out what we needed to do in readiness for the 30-day check-in. So for that 30-day check-in, we came prepared with the documentation that was required. So firstly, you needed names, addresses, phone numbers, next of kin and their phone numbers, but also you needed some documentation. So we took a picture of our passport photo page, and that is just for anyone over the age of 18. You can also use a driving license, but it was easier for us to use our passports. And then you also needed to upload a selfie, and I'm not even going to show you. It is me being vain, but honestly our selfie pictures are just vile. Like this week, it's been a long week of early starts, late finishes, we're knackered, we weren't feeling great, and then we took these pictures because we knew we needed them for the next day, which would be an early start, and they are not the best. It was also recommended not to wear glasses, so we took glasses off for our selfie pictures. So on the morning itself, 5 AM, yes, 5 AM start, and that is just because they're obviously dealing in American time, so I think it's midnight for them, but 5 AM for us, so it is a really early start, but it is worth it to make the effort to get up early, because we did manage to get a really decent port arrival time, so that's the time we will actually be able to head to the arena to go and get our lateral flow test, and then we'll be bussed to the ship itself, and we've managed to get an early time of 12:45, which I'm really happy about. What we've actually booked, which I've not mentioned, is we've booked to stay in a hotel the night before, so we're already where we need to be, so actually we're not going to have to hang around too much at the hotel or get kicked out of the hotel because of the checkout time and have nowhere to go. So I was really happy with our port arrival time, so it is worth getting up early. At 30-day mark, you can also start booking your extras, such as the kids club and the shows. Now, if you haven't seen, it's been a little bit controversial because people from some of the cruise groups that are sailing earlier than us have reported quite a few problems with getting the actual shows booked, which sounds really disappointing actually. I don't know if that's a capacity thing because of COVID or timing issues. I honestly don't know what the root cause of that is, but we were a little bit anxious at 5 AM hoping that we would be able to get what we want to get booked for our cruise. So go and do the checkout, and it's all fine, a little bit slow but nothing too painful, so finally managed to get through the checkout process and then go to start booking our activities, and there we get the Seven Dwarfs error message, which at that time, I can tell you, Sleepy and Grumpy were definitely visiting our house, and that remained that way for an hour and 17 minutes before it was actually unblocked and we were able to book our activities. So that wasn't ideal given such an early start, but nonetheless we were ready to go come 6:17, and we did manage to get the 2 shows, because we're staying on the 4-night cruise, we get 2 different shows. So we have managed to book the Dreams Enchanted show for the late seating after 8 p.m. rather, because we're on the main dining seating, which is between I think 5:30 and 6:45. So we've got the late show to accommodate for our early dining. And then we've also managed to book the variety show again for the same time, 8 p.m, which was great. And then we have managed to get the kids clubs to roughly coincide with our adult only activities. So again, I mentioned in the first video that I filmed that we've managed to book the Paolo brunch and a martini tasting class. So we've been able to get Oscar booked in for the kids clubs around those times, which is great. I know he's going to have a great time. He's going to be well looked after, and we can just have some adult only time, enjoying ourselves, celebrating belatedly our 10th wedding anniversary. Even more excitingly, over the past, well, whenever I filmed the last video, so what, 30 plus days, we were able to secure the Royal Court afternoon tea with the princesses, and we were so excited that that came off. I think it just like randomly popped up, or maybe somebody mentioned it on their Facebook group. So of course we dashed over to the Navigator app to get that booked in. So we've got that booked in for all 3 of us, and I mean, I love afternoon tea anyway. It's always like such a nice thing to do. Any sort of meet and greets and character dining we always love, and that's always like a must do on any of our trips. And I know the experience is going to be different this time because of social distancing, and it won't be autographs or hugs or anything like that. So it will remain to be seen what the experience is like, but we're really happy that we managed to get that booked. And then we also managed to get a mixology class booked in as well, which again Pete and I really wanted to do. So we're really hoping, because you could only book the kids club for 1 slot per day, and it's up to 2.5 hours, on the day that we've got this mixology class booked, we wouldn't be utilising the kids club for the whole 2.5 hours. So we're hoping that when we board the ship, we can speak to guest services and see if they can split the booking perhaps, so we can have maybe an hour in the morning and then an hour in the afternoon for our mixology class. That's what we're hoping. I hope that they can do that. I mean, if they can't, obviously we're just going to have to cancel the mixology class, but that will mean somebody else will get the experience, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, 30 days, we're all checked in. On the Disney Cruise website, and I will link it down in the description box, but there is also the, what do they call it, Project Screen website, which is where you will upload your details of your vaccination if anyone in your party is over 18, and also proof of a negative PCR test for anybody who's travelling that's under 18 and therefore needs that proof. So we have registered for that. You can do that from 33 days out, so you can do that just before your check-in. Fortunately, our vaccine status for me and Pete has both been approved, which is great. That's just one thing off the list to worry about, thinking that maybe they wouldn't accept the photo, or I don't know. I'm just stressed that this isn't going to go ahead, so I'm thinking that all kinds of things are going to go wrong. But vaccine status approved, which is great. So next thing we need to do is just get Oscar booked in for his PCR test, and then once we get the results from that, we can upload the results onto the Project Screen website, and then I think we're all good to go. So that is our update. Super excited. I know I keep saying that, but I'm also a little bit anxious because I just can't help in the back of my mind thinking that, I don't know, we've had so much cancelled and things that we've been looking forward to that haven't gone ahead, and I know that's the case for everyone, but whilst we're really excited and just like planning it, the experience, what we're going to do, all the fun things we're going to enjoy, all the amazing food we're going to eat, I don't know, I just can't help in the back of my mind that something is going to go wrong. So knock wood that that isn't the case, and that's just me being me, but hopefully we're all good to go really. So we have been ordering some things in readiness for the cruise. We've been And in fact, actually, I was able to utilize a lot of the recommendations that some of you shared with me over on Instagram, so thank you for that. We have got ourselves some new Disney cruise outfits to wear, and I will film another video to show you that, because not everything has arrived just yet, so we're still waiting on a couple of items, and then I'll be able to get that filmed and show you what we're wearing. And yeah, like I said at the beginning, it just feels a little bit more real now that it's here, it's not far away now, it's going to happen, and we just can't wait to experience it. So yeah, that's where we're up to. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you got any comments for me, please do let me know, or I will see you soon.